You have read his name 100 times. The richest investor alive. A man worth over $100 billion. But here is what almost nobody talks about. The house he lives in cost less than most luxury cars sold today. He bought it in 1958, and he never moved. So what does that tell you? Wealth was never the goal. Discipline was the method. Wealth was just what happened along the way. Let's go through 7 things Warren Buffett actually did, the ones backed by his own letters and decades of public record, that took him from an ordinary boy in Nebraska to one of the most respected investors in history. Lesson 1. He started early, and he started small. Buffett bought his first stock at age 11, not because he had special access or family wealth handed to him, but because he was already paying attention to how money worked while other children were focused on play. The lesson here isn't that you need to start at 11. It's that compounding rewards time more than it rewards size. Researchers who study Berkshire Hathaway's growth point to one simple fact. The majority of Buffett's net worth was built after the age of 60. Time, not talent alone, did most of the heavy lifting. Lesson 2. He invested only in what he understood. Buffett has spoken openly in shareholder letters spanning decades about avoiding businesses outside his circle of competence. He stayed away from most technology stocks for years, not because they were bad investments, but because he could not confidently predict which companies would still dominate a decade later. Knowing what you don't understand is, in itself, a form of expertise. Lesson 3. He looked for value, not excitement. Influenced by his mentor Benjamin Graham at Columbia University, Buffett built his entire philosophy around intrinsic value, the real worth of a business based on its earnings and fundamentals, not its popularity. He has often described his approach as buying a dollar's worth of business for 50 cents. The market rewards patience over hype, and Buffett built a career proving it. Lesson 4. He insisted on a margin of safety. In his own words from a 1992 shareholder letter, he wrote that he and his partners insist on a margin of safety in their purchase price. That means never paying exactly what something might be worth, always building in room for being wrong, because every analysis carries some risk of error. Lesson 5. He held cash even when it felt unexciting. Berkshire Hathaway has, at times, held over $300 billion in cash. Buffett has said that holding cash may slightly lower returns, but it lets him sleep well at night. That cash also gave him the flexibility to act decisively when others panicked and markets fell. Patience funded by liquidity is a strategy, not laziness. Lesson 6. He stayed unreasonably frugal. Despite his fortune, Buffett still lives in the same Omaha home he purchased decades ago. He has spoken about enjoying simple meals, modest routines, and avoiding lifestyle inflation. This wasn't about deprivation. It was about directing resources toward what actually compounds: learning, investing, and long-term ownership, instead of status symbols that lose value the moment you acquire them. Lesson 7. He played a long game when everyone else was playing short ones. Buffett has often said his favorite holding period is forever. While markets reward short-term traders with quick attention, Buffett built his fortune holding businesses for decades, allowing compounding to work uninterrupted. He has described the stock market as a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Here is what ties all 7 lessons together. None of them require genius. None of them require connections. They require something far more available and far more difficult: the willingness to do simple things consistently for a very long time, while everyone else searches for something complicated. So the next time you're tempted to chase the exciting opportunity, the trending stock, the shortcut, ask yourself what Buffett would actually do. He would probably do nothing and wait, because patience, more than any single decision, was always the real strategy. If this video challenged you, subscribe and share it with a friend. Let's grow together at that school of greatness.